Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so let's cut right to the chase. I'm sorry, not fully understand the situation with the Gshade. Kind of didn't at all. I was given just a little bit of information, and then when I looked into it, I didn't really see much. So I was like, okay, we're good. It was my fault. Although I don't usually do like full news reports, so I got a little bit lazy about it, and I shouldn't have done so. So here's the full thing for you guys who don't know about Gshade. Basically, anytime that anyone did anything that the developer didn't like, he would put defensive measures for it. And instead of just leaving it open source, letting people do things and being fine with it. It's not like Gshade was his own creation. He didn't make Gshade from scratch. He took Reshade, he added some upgrades. They're good upgrades, mind you. And then he proceeded to, push that out as if it was his own product, honestly. But I'm not going to go too deep into that. What I did learn is that it was open source. People tampered with it. They made it better in ways for themselves and sometimes for others. And then the developer of it removed it from GitHub, and so you can't access the source. And then he proceeded to put other tempering measures or anti-temper measures in it. One of which is if you temper with it, it will cause it to restart your computer. Basically, he didn't want people finding out ways around the stuff that he had planned for it. Very annoying things, such as if you don't update Gshade, it will prevent you from using Gshade. A good example of that is actually here, because I still have it installed and I'm going to uninstall it after this little video. You see, Gshade. Completely disabled. I'll probably get in trouble for this. I hope not, because nobody's ever gotten banned for Reshade. But it says that you cannot update Gshade, therefore it can't be used. I cannot activate it at all. It is completely shut down. This is the case for every one of the games that Gshade is available for, including like Phantasy Star, Devil May Cry, etc., etc. So, what does this mean? Well, his behavior is very fishy. He's obviously very petty and vengeful. I'm sorry if you're watching this, Dev, but I'm not sorry. The thing is, like, when you develop these things open source for the community, you have to be patient and willing to accept that people are going to touch it, people are going to change it, they're going to experiment with it. It's just natural. When you take actions against people who are tampering with your open source program, sorry, words elude me sometimes. I'm not reading from a script, so like I will just brain die sometimes. When you tamper, or when you try to punish people for tampering with your open source, which is the whole point of it being open source, you show people that you are not willing to accept what they have to offer to you, and that you will not trust other people to do the things that they want to do with your stuff. You shouldn't really worry about it, honestly, because the whole point of it being open source is so that people can tamper with it. You can learn from it, they can learn from it. That's just how things go, right? That's what I've been told. That's what I believe, because that's what it looks like. Don't quote me 100% on that. Maybe I'm wrong and open source has a different reason. But he has actively taken steps to prevent people from tampering with it. I won't say it's exactly his. It is his upgrade to Reshade, but it is not his program at base. It did, or her? I don't know. The person did a really good job with Gshade. However, you were forced to connect to a server through Google in order to use it, because if you didn't connect to that server, you couldn't update. Gshade, and if you didn't update Gshade, you couldn't use it. So you had no choice but to get the update. So what had happened recently, I know now this morning, is that he or she had deleted Gshade off of GitHub and completely discontinued it. The GPO's Discord is gone. The GitHub is gone. This person, we do not exactly know how petty they are. I don't really know anybody from Gshade. I just used it. I was told to use it. I went and used it. So, it is dangerous to have it on. Honestly, I need to go and get rid of it immediately after this. It is dangerous to have it on because he can potentially send you whatever he chooses to out of pure spite. Understand that the person who caused him to do all of this is a 16-year-old who was just trying to get Gshade to work when he decided he didn't want to update it, or he wanted it to update without completely cutting off all his shaders every time it would do like a small update. It is important to understand that like it's just one person tampering with it, and it was supposed to be open source. You should be careful about having this on, and I would say if you continue to use it, but you can't because it's completely shut down. If it does come back, I would advise against using it because I rarely find people who learn their lesson very early. I won't say no one does. Reshade is out there, obviously, for most games. If you play 14, you have Storm Shade. Be careful, obviously, about using this. No one has ever been banned for using Reshade or Storm Shade, but still, I don't want you guys to get in trouble for using it. So, you know, don't go around like yelling at everyone that you use it. Use it for your screen caps or whatever. Keep it hush. That's what these private things are for. Well, is there anything else that I need to say about it? Oh yeah. Also, I want you guys to know that I will be streaming. I'm going to try to be streaming overnight for you guys who show up during the day. I'm sorry I can't stream during the day. I got a little special favor today, so everyone's quiet for like 2 more minutes, and then all hell is gonna break loose. I'll see you guys around though. Take care, have fun, be safe. And sorry for the misinformation. I hope it didn't cause any harm to any of you.